Hey guys, welcome to this exclusive preview and impression video for Total War Warhammer. In this one I'll be talking about and showing you a bit of the Vampire Counts campaign. Please keep in mind that everything you see and hear is pre-release and therefore subject to change. A couple weeks ago I attended a preview event over in the UK where I was lucky enough to play 40 turns of a Vampire Counts campaign. It was a fantastic experience overall, and in this video I would like to demonstrate some of the unique campaign features that I found while playing the Vampire faction. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about the general feel of the Vampire Counts campaign. I was very impressed with the atmosphere and feeling while playing as the vampires. Every race has its own unique UI, and the one for the Vampire Counts felt very special and spooky because of the bats, skeletons, etc. The music is also race unique, which makes it very immersive as well. But most of all, the campaign graphics are simply amazing. You can spot twisting and buckling trees, spirits flying around, cobwebs, gravestones, spooky rock formations and terrain looking like ash. This immediately brings us to the first key feature of the Vampire Counts: Vampiric corruption. There are certain Vampire Counts heroes and buildings that generate vampiric corruption, similar to how culture or religion worked in previous Total War games. Once vampiric corruption starts to grow, you can immediately see the campaign map adopting and changing as well. This picture is a great example. On the left we can see some very fertile and green lands, probably owned by something like the Empire. On the right, however, vampiric corruption starts to kick in, and that heavily influences how the campaign looks, as you can see. Now of course, vampiric corruption heavily affects gameplay as well. Vampire lords traveling through uncorrupted lands will suffer heavily from attrition, as the untainted lands damages them and every unit in the army. Generating corruption by using heroes and buildings is therefore extremely important to prepare the lands for your expansion. Vampiric corruption also reduces public order in all non-Vampire Counts territory, which can eventually lead to vampiric rebellions to weaken the enemy before you attack. The vampires also offer a unique way to recruit units. We've seen them raising dead in battles, however they are also able to do that in campaign. The Vampire Counts are able to raise the dead anywhere on the campaign map. Doing this will cost you some dark magic, the currency for the Vampire Counts, and that will add these specific units instantly to your army. You're able to recruit some basic units like zombies and skeletons using this anywhere on the campaign map, however it gets even cooler. More powerful units will become available in regions where battles have taken place. You will see markers on the campaign map indicating that a battle happened there, and those locations give you access to more powerful units. For example, imagine a major battle between the Empire and the Dwarves. If you get there with your Vampire Lord, you might be able to raise the dead in the form of undead humans and maybe even undead dwarves, however I'm not really sure about that. A very cool feature and mechanic, that's for sure. Now let's take a look at the various characters the Vampire Counts bring to the table. First of all, we have Mannfred von Carstein, the first legendary lord. Von Carstein is both a caster and melee race leader with access to the lore of vampires and the lore of death. Choosing him will make your armies able to move further on the campaign map, and units of Graveguard and Black Knights cost less to maintain. Heinrich Kemmler, the second legendary lord, is a caster using the lore of vampires, and playing as him decreases the cost of raising dead and makes your necromancers cheaper to maintain. Normal Vampire Count lords are divided between master necromancers and vampire lords. In terms of heroes, aka agents from previous games, you have 4 options when playing as the Vampire Counts. First of all, the White King, which is a powerful melee warrior able to spread vampiric corruption, train units, assassinate enemy characters, improve friendly public order, reduce enemy public order and assault garrisons. The Necromancer is able to assault enemy armies on the campaign map, damage enemy settlements on the campaign map, assassinate enemy characters, reduce construction costs, and he is a spellcaster using the lore of vampires. The Banshee spreads vampiric corruption, just like the White King, and is also able to damage city walls, block enemy army movement, reduce the chance of successful enemy hero actions, and assassinate enemy characters as well. Last but not least, we have the Vampire, of course, who obviously spreads vampiric corruption as well, but he is also able to damage enemy buildings in campaign, boost population growth, demoralize enemy armies and assassinate enemy characters just like all the other ones. A nice range of heroes who all have their own strengths and weaknesses. Now let's go back to the legendary lord Mannfred von Carstein. Here you can see his character panel in the campaign. As you can see, there's a great amount of customization possible with things like armor, weapons, traits, mounts, arcane items and a whole bunch of possible followers and banners. This looks very promising to me and I can't wait to see all the different things you can unlock and use. This right here is Mannfred's his skill tree. The top row is filled with different quests to unlock his unique items like the armor of Tempelhof, his zombie dragon and the sword of unholy power. Below in yellow are his skills that increases his stats in battle, and the red and purple row represent the magic lores he's able to use, where you can unlock and improve different spells. Finally, the last two rows make you able to give him special skills in battle and campaign mode. Overall, character development looks extremely promising and it really feels like you have an extreme amount of options to improve and adjust your lore, which is amazing. It looks like there are a lot of combinations possible. Now let's take a closer look at the technology tree for the Vampire Count's race. As you can see, it's split in 4 different branches based on specific scrolls or books. The fact that the way researching works differs for every faction is amazing in my opinion and makes every race even more unique. Last but not least, I would like to take a quick look at the buildings for the Vampire Counts. Of course, they are all unique and provide you with different bonuses. Castle Drakenhof, for example, gives you a huge income, public order and growth boost and provides you with a large garrison. However, as you can see, you need combinations of buildings to recruit and garrison different units, similar to the way buildings worked in Shogun 2. Hopefully this will lead to unique provinces with multiple combinations of buildings able to work. So that's all I got for you today in terms of the campaign. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments down below and I'll be trying my best to answer them all. I also made a similar video talking about Vampire Count's battles. To check that one out, you can click the screen right now or click the link in the description. Overall, I'm really impressed with what we've seen so far, especially the unique campaign features and character customization was extremely exciting to see. The game felt like it already was in a good state, but of course we will have to wait and see on launch day. I had a fantastic time playing Warhammer and I can't wait to try it out again. Therefore I would also like to thank CA for sending me this information and footage and for inviting me to their amazing event. I hope you enjoyed the video and I will hopefully see you all in the next one. Bye bye.